I-Team is looking into why a man described by Central Florida deputies as a brutal rapist was released from prison early. Back in the 1980s, Bruce Whitehead was sentenced to decades in prison for crimes committed here in Duval County. Yesterday, he was arrested in Orlando in the rape, attempted murder, and mutilation of a woman earlier this week. News4 Jack's I-Team investigator Ann Maxwell has been digging into Whitehead's past and the decisions that put him back on the streets. Ann?
After Whitehead had served more than 20 years in prison, a jury determined he was a sexually violent predator. They recommended he go into DCF custody for long-term care and treatment. And after more than 10 years there, doctors determined he was no longer a threat and he was released, registering as a sex offender. But despite therapy and evaluations clearing him, he now stands accused of some of the same crimes that put him behind bars.
What's up, people? Hey, man, they're trying to normalize it. Man. Look, I have a big problem with this. First and foremost, this is in my home state of Florida. And personally, man, I kind of fell victim on social media to using this hashtag called prison reform. If you're somebody, a content creator out there, and you use that hashtag or you put it in your titles, please do the research before using it, because that's how I fell victim. Prison reform, people, is not a good thing. It's stuff like you just saw with this scumbag. This guy did some treacherous things, okay, back in the day. He was doing time, and apparently they have a DCF, Department of Children and Families. Okay, that's like a CPS here in Florida. It's our version of CPS. They have like a CPS therapy thing that these sickos go to, and the psychiatrist there cleared this guy in their thinking. They cleared him. They said he's been, reformed, this and that, and they let him out. Okay. And all he did was go from Jacksonville, which is northern Florida. He traveled to the middle of the state. Okay. In the center of the state, Orlando, everybody knows Disney World, this and that, but there's, people there as well. Okay. It's a big town. He went there and reoffended. So there's another victim, and now he has victims in the northern part of the state and the central part of the state. Same type of horrendous crimes, okay? Different age groups. He's a sicko. Look at the dude. He's a sicko. Prison reform is no good. It is what you're seeing around the country. You know who's a product of prison reform? Daryl Brooks, the guy that recently has been all over media, YouTube. You have to be living under a rock not to know who that was. The guy from the Waukesha Christmas parade. He was also a product of prison reform. Prison reform is what you're seeing around the country where they're doing these loose laws on criminals. Look, I liked that hashtag because, hey, look, I've been in the system. I've done time before. But that doesn't mean I'm going to side with everything that they do for people, for incarceration and that type of subject. Look, I did the crime and I did the time. I didn't cry about it. Okay, that's how every man should feel. Okay, this is not good. You look, it was what it was, man. I did what I did to go to prison. Okay, I did my time. I didn't cry about it. I didn't tell anybody. I just handled it like a man. And every man should do this. Women as well. It's just disgusting, because here's a video of literally a rapist that did the same thing, but they're doing this with other sorts of crimes. I forget what state it is. You saw videos floating around that they're calling it the purge, where there's no bond system anymore there. Okay, this is another product of prison reform. People, please, we got to stop using this hashtag and stop promoting it. Okay, prison reform is nothing that you want. Okay, of course, I'm not talking about people who have been wrongly convicted. Okay, if there's many different instances here. If you've been wrongly convicted, or there's a loophole in your case, and maybe you're coming back on appeal through the legal process, with a lawyer, okay, absolutely, I'm all for that. But this prison reform, Man, it is a bunch of shenanigans. Okay, it got me. I felt when I learned what it was, I felt so stupid for using that in so many hashtags in my videos. I had to go back and edit it, man. And if you ever watch a video of mine and it has that, please bring it to my attention. I want it gone. I don't promote this. It's no good. And everybody should feel that way. Here it is in Florida. You have this guy who reoffended, you know, and it's a big thing to the new victim. Okay, prayers out to the new victim and her family. But before there's a new victim, there shouldn't be a new victim. There shouldn't be. It's a spit in the face to the original victims. Okay. This guy had victims, not one, originally. Why did he get a slap in the face? Why is it a shame that there's a new victim? This is like lifelong psychological uh, problems for these victims. It's not like somebody stole their purse. No, this guy stole something much more intimate from these women. And it's disgusting. They could never get that time back. They can never get that memory out of their head. Okay. There's not even a price you can put on that. There's not a punishment large enough for that. And it goes the same if it was men or women in that instance. But this guy attacked women, okay, in the sickest possible way. No matter how old society is, these types of crimes for the whole history of forever have been looked down on. It's disgusting. The same with crimes against children. Call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but why is it that they want to normalize crimes on our children as we're supposed to be like just get used to it? We're supposed to think that that's cool, like the Epstein Island stuff. Like we're just supposed to go along and get along with all that. No, no, it's disgusting. Nobody likes it. But why are they making crime so soft? It doesn't make sense. They're trying to dummy us down. Nobody with a right mind is ever going to accept that type of stuff in a family setting. Hurting children, crimes against women like this guy is always forbidden. It's never okay. It's never should be made into a political argument. It's crazy, man. Sooner or later, what we're going to have here is, I'm going to be a bigot or something for saying something like this in a video. And they're going to make the narrative, they're going to put it with the LGBT people, and which is also a spit in the face because I don't personally know any LGBT people. Okay. But I'm led to believe, right, that they're just like want to be, they want to do whatever they do in the privacy of their homes or in their little group. I don't think that those people are okay with anything I said in this video either. It's almost like the narrative is they're getting completely used. Like they're not okay with it. And I know this because there's a group, I believe it's called Trans for Trumps. Trans for Trumps. Excuse me. Trans for Trump. And what they do is they speak about that. They speak exactly about that. Now, I can't tell you how LGBT people think. I don't know. But it's my opinion that they're getting used. It's sick, people. It's sick. Prison reform is no bueno. Please stop using it. And please, if you don't share the video, you should like it. If you don't share the video, share the message. Especially if you see people on YouTube using that hashtag. YouTubers can be sheep a lot, is what I notice. They repeat the talking points of some of the major players in this weird times that we're living. Why are you YouTubers saying things like misinformation, hate speech, these talking points that the media uses and throws down our throats. If you really break the meaning of those two things down, hate speech and misinformation, it's used against one group of people. It's just that simple. But hey, man, this stuff isn't okay. I hope this guy does life. Um, you know, I'm gonna follow this case because if he did horrendous things to victims in the past, they slap his wrist. He gets out. He reoffends. We now have another victim. Are they gonna slap his wrist again? And this is right here in Florida. Yeah, we have a good governor, but he can't be on top of every institution here. I'm going to be on top of it because I got to get mine. Get yours. Whiteboard Radio Man, smash that like button. Share the video. Definitely share the message. Below, there's a join members group. Join the members. Support the channel if you can. Look in the description. Visit my link tree. I have all types of stuff there. You can support the channel. Sometimes as easy as just downloading something. You can support the channel that way. But hey, protect your children. No hashtag prison reform. Hashtag save our children.